You know, we have been talking all month long about critical cultural issues with our friend, radio Bible teacher and author Chip Ingram. We've been featuring his book, Culture Shock, and thousands of these books are being requested and being sent from our building into your homes. This book focuses on critical cultural conversations of our day. And we are believing that this is a great value to you as you get it. We hope that you'll call us and get it. Chip joins us now. Chip, medical technology has recently brought new light to the topic of abortion. Can you just give us a snapshot of the two sides of the debate that's been going on now for decades?
Well, John, this debate has gone on a long time. In fact, there's a very interesting history of abortion in America that goes all the way back to the mid-1800s. But what I tried to do is take the actual documentation and propaganda, if you will, of Planned Parenthood and the propaganda or documentation of the Bible. And I took both of those together, and I wanted to be honest and say, so what's the presuppositions? I mean, you know, firing rockets at one another, screaming at one another, signs that say terrible things about one another has really not got us very far. And so Planned Parenthood has these three premises. Premise number one, early on, now some of this has changed, but early on it's a fetus, not a baby. And so it's a part of a woman's body, it's a piece of tissue. Premise number two, if it's a part of her body, then who are you to tell a woman what to do with a fetus or appendix or any other part of her body? And number three, it puts her at risk. And so the value of the mother is more important than this piece of tissue. Even if, at times, we'll even call it a baby. The biblical or pro-life position is that the most sacred thing on all the earth is life and a baby at conception. In other words, life begins at conception. And so it's not a fetus, it's actually a baby. It's fully human, it's just not fully developed. And so when you can get people, at least in the room, to say, okay, look, you know, historically at least, it's just a piece of tissue. No, it's a baby. Tissue, baby, tissue, baby. And then what I tried to do in the book is say, okay, medically, what have we learned? You know, when does the heartbeat start? When do we know when life starts? And going through all the issues, whether it's medically, sociologically, biblically, and looking at which position holds the most weight. Now, a little preview here. With the advent of some new technology, Planned Parenthood in some corners has actually changed their tune. And they really talk about not just the fetus, but they talk about the baby. But the premise is that if a baby comes at a bad time, the woman's life, her future, her education, what's going on with her is more important than the baby's. And so that's where the real argument is. And I think we need to get below the surface and bring light and not heat to this very volatile issue.
Well, thanks, Chip, so much for sharing your insights on some sensitive issues. Great insights indeed. Folks, we'd love to send you this book, Culture Shock, where obviously Chip has the time and space to get into greater detail. We'd love to get it to you, and it's a way of saying thank you for your support of this ministry. We encourage you to get this book to further explore how you can share the importance of this issue and other issues within the book as a Christ follower in the culture.